2011, Nigeria's government started massive rail projects across the country. This included linking the nation's seaports and airports with rail services. Now, the then Minister of Transportation, Idris Umar, that said that the government would develop new rail lines with the involvement of the private sector through the public-private partnership arrangement. 10 years on, what progress has been made?
That is the big central question, you have to say. Now, it was on December the 9th last year, 2020, that construction actually commenced on the Lagos-Ibadan rail line. This is the first part of the new 2,733-kilometer Lagos-Kano standard gauge line with the total cost pegged at about 11.117 billion. Now, during a recent inspection of the rail construction across the country, the current Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, but he expressed his displeasure with the Chinese contractors for slowing down the pace of work. Now,
let's now bring in our Abuja Bureau Chief, that's Amadine Uyi, who's been following the progress of railway constructions across the country. Welcome to Breakfast Central, Amadine. Good to see you.
Morning, Felicity.
So what's the latest with the construction of the railway lines across the country?
Okay, I think we should go back memory lane because you got some of the dates wrong. Actually, the rail modernization project started under the former President Olusegun Obasanjo. There was an ambitious plan to link Abuja, the nation's federal capital, to Kaduna. But because the federal government was in a hurry, due diligence was not made. So Obasanjo was president between 1999 and 2007. So he even went ahead to award the contract for the Abuja-Kaduna rail project. But after Obasanjo left office, his predecessor, the late President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua came on board. He looked at the rail project and admitted that this was not diligently done. First of all, the federal government did not have enough funds to complete the project. Secondly, there was no engineering design that had been done before the contract was awarded. So what did he do? He terminated the contract and put it on suspension. President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua did not complete his term. He died before he left office, and President Goodluck Jonathan came on board. And because President Goodluck Jonathan wanted to complete the Abuja-Kaduna rail project, he went to China, took a loan of about $500 million and did due diligence and commenced the Abuja-Kaduna rail project. Unfortunately, he did not complete it fully by the time he was leaving office. That project was between 70 to 80% completed. Now, so when President Muhammadu Buhari came on board, he embarked on an ambitious rail modernization project and said, okay, what we are going to do is the first thing we are going to do is we are going to complete the Abuja-Kaduna rail project. And that was what he did. He tried to complete the Abuja-Kaduna rail project. And because he had a minister, the Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, who while he was governor, remember that Amechi has started the Port Harcourt monorail, but could not complete it at the end of his tenure. So when he came on board as the Minister of Transportation, he said that he was going to pursue rail as an agenda for the current administration.
Yes. Now that you mentioned the minister,
if we leave you, Amadi will give us because he's been following this a long time.
And he took us back from memory lane. So we're now, where we are right now. The minister you talked about, Rotimi Amechi, he seemed quite upset with the pace of work on the part of the Chinese and the contractors. Now, this is not the first delay. What's the latest story behind the delays right now on these constructions?
Okay, the rail projects were meant to have been completed last year. But because of COVID, there was a lockdown, everything went on suspension. Even after the lockdown, The China Engineering Construction Corporation handling the handling the Lagos Ibadan Rail project had to reduce their staff from I think about over 1,000 to barely about 100. And within the Lagos Kaduna the rail corridor, Lagos Ibadan rail corridor, there were over about 10 train terminals. If you start counting from Apapa, yes, and you go down to Ebute Meta, you go down to Iju, you go down, you get to Kajola, Papalanto, and the rest, and you now finally get to Ibadan.
Yeah.
There are about 10 train terminals, so naturally there was a delay. But the minister had been putting pressure that the CCEC must complete the project so that it can be commissioned. Remember also that the contract was because of the problem in Lagos, the truck problem in Lagos. The contract had to be redesigned. Instead of terminating at the Apapa train station, the federal government thought it wise to see that the rail project moved into the Apapa and Tinkan ports. So the construction works between Apapa and Ibadan, that is via Abeokuta, has already been completed.
All right.
It's just